And now it's time for a Q&A from you, the viewers. And our first question comes in from Fireball TP. And he was curious about a new law in California that's going to require companies to set unique passwords for every device they manufacture, or require the user to set up a username and password of their own when they're first setting up that device. That law takes effect in 2020. I don't know if it's going to make anything more secure, because I can see most manufacturers just having the user set the password initially. And as we know, not all users set the most secure passwords for themselves, but I guess it's better to have millions of devices out there with different passwords as opposed to millions of devices out there with the same one. There's an article in the BBC that talks a little bit more about this law and what it will entail. You can find that linked on screen. They did talk to a number of security researchers who were concerned that this bill was kind of a missed opportunity, and I agree with them on this point, because they are not doing anything to address manufacturers that release a product and then stop supporting it a year or two down the road, and you've got these perfectly functional routers from a perfectly functional company basically sitting exposed because they don't want to spend the money or time or resources to secure their older products in lieu of trying to get customers to buy new ones. I think that's the bigger security issue here. A lot of the problems we've seen with routers involves firmware updates and not passwords, but we'll have to see what comes down the line from that. I do expect at some point here in the United States for Congress to start taking some action on these kinds of items. I think there's enough bipartisan support for looking at security of both big corporations and government entities, but also homes too, because every government worker who's got a high-profile job does come home at the end of the day, and if they're coming home to an insecure environment, that needs to be made secure, and I think the industry has to partner up here to try to make things a little better. So we'll see what happens with this. Good start, but I don't think it goes far enough.
This channel is brought to you by the Lon.TV supporters, including gold level supporters Chris Allegretta, the Four Guys with Quarters podcast, Tom Albrecht, Too Much Sauce, Gerard Newberg, and Kalyan Kumar. If you want to help the channel, you can by contributing as little as $1 a month. Head over to lon.tv/support to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe.